Hey guys, so as you can tell, obviously I'm out today. I had to be out for a meeting. Um, obviously, I expect you guys to be on your best behavior, best respect for whichever sub is watching over you. And I expect you guys working quietly, working hard. As you can see on the board, you're going to be working on page 303 and 304. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to work out a couple of the problems for you. Then I'm going to post the link to this video, or you should already see the link to this video on the whiteboard. So once you've seen these examples, if you need to go through them again, you can pull up these examples on your iPad and you can use these to help you out. So most of the day you'll be working on page 303, 304, and then tomorrow you're going to be turning in page 303, 304, as well as those challenge problems that we've been working on where you had to draw the problems out 3 or 4 different ways with the money, with the pizza, those ones. All right, so as I said, I'm going to do several of these for you. If you think you've already got it, just go ahead faster than me and then kind of look up every now and then, check if you got these correct. If you don't have your book, I will leave the sub with a few extra copies in case you left your book at home. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with number 1, which says we're doing 2 1/9 plus 7 4/9. I think that's pretty easy, so I'll go fast on that. So 2 1/9 plus 7 4/9. As you guys know, I'm just going to add the number part, so 2 plus 7, that's 9. I'm going to add the fraction part, so 1/9 plus 4/9, that's 5/9. And that is it. So our answer here is 9 5/9. All right, that was number 1. Let me do number 2 as well because that gets a little more difficult. So number 2 here. Number 2 says that we've got 8 and 5 over 12 plus 11 and 1/4. All right, this one's a little more challenging because I don't have a common denominator. I'm seeing this denominator is 12. This one's starting as 4. All right, but at least I know that the least common denominator between 12 and 4, if I count by 12s here, and then if I count by 4s, voila, I can see the least common denominator should be 12. So 12 times 1 is 12. I need to multiply by 1 on top, but obviously that doesn't change anything. 4 times 3 is 12, so I need to multiply on top by 3. That gives me my new problem that I've got 8 and 5/12 plus 11 and 3/12. Now it's just like the last one. Add the numbers together. 8 plus 11 is 19. Add the fractions. That's going to be 8/12. I can simplify this one by 4. So divide by 4, divide by 4, and that gives me 19 2/3 as my final answer. That was for number 2. All right, trying to skip down to one that's going to be more challenging. So let's actually look at number 6. All right, number 6. Let's get rid of all this. Number 6 says that we've got 9 1/5 minus 2 3/5. All right, and again, this is number 6. If I'm going too fast, the link's on the board. You'll be able to pull this up on your own iPad later. So 9 1/5 minus 2 3/5. We do already have a common denominator. The problem is I can't do 1 take away 3, or I can, but I'd get a negative, and I don't want to have part of my number be positive, part of my number be negative. So what we're going to do, basically we're going to borrow, but it's not going to look exactly like borrowing in the regular fraction sense. I'm borrowing from the 9, But what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 9 is the same thing as 8 and 5/5. So 8 and 5/5 is 1 whole. 8 and 1 whole makes 9. Plus I still have this extra 1/5. And then I'm taking away 2 and 3/5. So putting that together, 8 and 6/5 minus 2 and 3/5. So 8 take away 2 is 6. 6 take away 3, that's going to give me 3/5 right there. And that is my final answer. If you want, there's a similar problem on the blackboard where it says 7 and 1/6, take away 5 and 2/3. Same type of trick going on there. All right. I want to move on to a couple, well, at least one more slightly more difficult problem. So if you flip the page to page 304, you're going to notice, first off, number 14 looks really weird. So number 14, I'm going to do you a favor. You can skip that one. You do not have to do number 14. The reason is it's not possible to do that one without multiplying fractions, dividing fractions, and we haven't looked at that yet. So go ahead and skip number 14. But I do want to look here at number 15 because that one gives you 3 terms and there's a lot going on. So let's look at number 16. We still got 3 terms, but yeah, let's do number 16. So number 16 here says that we've got 3 and 1/4 plus 2 and 5/6, and then minus 4 and 1/3. Okay? First things first, we need a common denominator. So I'm counting by 4s, I'm counting by 6s, I'm counting by 3s, and I need something on all of those lists. So counting by 4, 8, 12, 16. Counting by 6, we've got 6, 12, 18. Counting by 3, I've got 3, 6, 9, 12. And hopefully you see 12, 12, 12. It's on all of my lists. All right, so 4 goes into 12 3 times. So multiply by 3 top and bottom. 6 goes into 12 2 times. Multiply by 2 top and bottom. And 3 goes into 12 4 times. So multiply by 4 top and bottom. All right, now I've got my new equivalent problem. So same problem, just different numbers. So 3 and 3 out of 12 plus 2 and 10 out of 12, and then minus 4 and 4 out of 12. So I'm going to do this problem with just the whole numbers first. I've got 3 plus 2, that makes 5, minus 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. So I've got 1. Then with my fractions, 3 out of 12 plus 10 out of 12, that's 13. Minus 4 is 9. So 1 and 9 out of 12, which I can simplify here by 3, is going to equal 1 and 3/4. All right, I hope this is all the help you need, that with this you can get the rest of these done. So again, just reminding you guys, due tomorrow, you can see it on the whiteboard, but due tomorrow is going to be the challenge problems we were working on, as well as page 303 to 304. The challenge problems are worth 30 points, and page 303 to 304 will be worth 25 points. Have a good day.